What is going on, FG3000? Back in the place to be, and welcome to Airship Knights. So Airship Knights is a brand new idle game hero collector, but you guys know for me at this point, when it comes to idle games, they gotta do something to set themselves apart from the other thousands of idle games that we've covered up until this point, and luckily Super Planet does make that happen. If you've ever played any other Super Planet game before, you guys know they're kind of known for their, decent graphics and aesthetic, and this game is absolutely no exception when it comes to Airship Knights. Now, the really cool thing about this game is the whole airship theme isn't just a cute name they came up with, it actually is intertwined throughout the entire process here, right? So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna go ahead and do this a slightly Let's Play style, but you can kind of see my squad sitting on the hull of my airship. I think I got that right? That's the hull? I'm sitting on the hull of my airship, defeating enemies idly in the background. While that's all happening, I can perform some upgrades. So once again, kind of going with that whole airship theme, here is my engine below the deck right here, right? So I can use some of those idle resources to power up my engine, which of course is going to give me even more idle stats and more passive stats to make me stronger and stronger. Here is my band of characters here. You do get to make your own character. So FG bruh is my captain, custom captain, as you guys can see there. Looks like in the future there's going to be equipment and promotion effects here as well. But here are some of my other characters, and surprisingly there is English voice acting here, right? So let me show you how mean this next character is. You ready?
Shut up.
Dude, what?
I will get shut up. I will get.
All she says is shut up over and over and over. Dude, I'm trying to record a video, Christine. But here's a few of my other characters here. And of course, we will do a nice little summon session a little bit later. As you guys might expect, all of these characters have different types of, strengths, weaknesses, skills, and of course, classes that you can power up as well. So if I want to kind of power up those classes, all I got to do, go over here and say, you know what? I want to improve the power of some of my melee damage dealers, some of my tanks, for example, holding down the button, just kind of burning through all of my idle resources here, powering up my supporters a little bit as well, and some of my range damage dealers. That's going to make me even stronger and kind of blow through even more of this content. The game does have a little handy feature here to kind of guide you through what you need to be looking at here. So we'll kind of blow through a little bit of this and see what's my next upgrade here. So right now it wants me to enchant a class all the way up to level 180. We'll go ahead and do that for our melee damage dealer. Boom, they're now 180. Now I need to upgrade my engine here as well. So check this out. Look at what's going on below deck down here as well. So I got a little Fallout Shelter vibe going on here. So as you unlock more parts of your ship, you can put some of your units in some of these rooms here, power up the rooms, once again, getting even more idle resources, upgrades, things of that nature. And some of the characters do have special advantages depending on which room you put them in. So a little Fallout Shelter vibe right here on your little airship, dude. You kind of love to see it. So right now I have the control room and the engine room unlocked, and they're working and doing their thing. Outside of that, you do have some auxiliary gameplay modes here as well. So if I want to go on over here to the world map, while you're idling, if you actually want to do something, there's different things that you can do to kind of get resources quicker. So here is a scrap golem. So I can fight this scrap golem to get what, FG? Scrap. And you can use that scrap to power up your airship even further here. So overall, dude, I think they did a pretty decent job on this. Like I said, in a sea of copycat idle games, this game definitely is a breath of fresh air. Now, at the end of the day, if you're not really into idle games, you're burnt out on idle games, I don't think anything here is going to change your mind. But if you're looking for a game to kind of, hunker down with and play during the holidays, you can't really go wrong with Airship Knights, especially from Super Planet. They're known to be decently supportive when it comes to the game's long term as well, right? So good aesthetic, good graphics, good theme. Overall, not bad. So that was the Still Cemetery. You can see there's Raiding, Elemental Island, Sky Tower, Arena, Elemental Island, Fire, Water, the Soul Dungeon. You have Temple of Thelma, which is basically kind of like an endless tower. I'll go ahead and run that really quick. Nice little quality of life. You can hit this arrange all button. The game will grab all of your most powerful units and just throw them in a lineup here. Decently quick load times here as well. So let's see if we can't beat up on this floor of the tower. We should be a-okay, but this does give you a few looks at some of the other characters here. Look at this big, massive polar bear in the back of there. Little bootleg Vola bear. These games also give you a decent amount of currency as well, so if you do like summoning, this is the game for you as well. So let's check out this one here. So this is a place where I can get elemental crystals, and look at this little earth hydra here, right? So let's fight this boss. Once again, aesthetic-wise, graphics-wise, and sweep functionality in an idle game, bruh. I just saw that. So here is this really cool-looking hydra, like this rock desert sand hydra of some sort with like a snapping turtle head and hydra heads mixed together. You kind of love to see that. Very, very nice. And then, yeah, they got a little sweep functionality here as well. So once you get to the highest stage you possibly can defeat, you can sweep it and not have to worry about doing that every single day. That's good to know because I assume the earth, the water, the fire, and the wind elemental islands all kind of function very similar. So that is that. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and do a nice little summon session. There's a few banners that are live right now. We have this special release banner, which has Mean Christine there, and then Fabian. But I think I'm going to go for this one here with Gloria and Suwol. So let's go ahead and burn out some multi-pulls here. I'll let the full kind of like summon animation kind of build up here, but it's not super special. But dude, that might be super special. We might have somebody on banner here. And I'll show you what the upgrade process looks like because there is more to upgrade. Hey! That's pretty cool. Little underwater husbando. That's not too bad. Another purple here as well. Sylvia, little elven tank. But I thought I saw something golden. Those are purple, right? So another purple. Oh, Victor looks kind of cool. Not bad. But I thought I was going to get something even higher quality. It looked like it was a pretty hype little summon there, no? Bao looks actually really cool with a little bamboo stick there. Yep, here we go. So this is probably going to be the banner character. Yeah, there goes Gloria. Very nice. Okay. You always got to have somebody that just holds your flag up, right? Like a hype man. And it looks like she's a supporter. All right, so let's go ahead and do some more summons here. Rapid fire. We'll just go ahead and skip this through. Let's see what else we can get here. Oh, wow. Who are you? Little off banner action. Ah, dude, I can't see. All right, we'll look at her a little bit later. And then one more. All of this currency, of course, free to play, by the way. All right, so let's talk about the upgrade process here. So now that we got a couple of new characters here, a couple I am interested in upgrading. So let's go see what they look like. So here's Gloria, looking pretty cool there. But I also want to see, her name is Wilbur? Or it's a dude? It's all good. All right, let's go ahead and just level up Gloria here, right? So you can see this little currency right over here, these little purple crystals. Now, unfortunately, there's no good quality of life to spam these fast. Like normally when you hold the button down, it goes way faster in almost every other aspect in the game. But when you're leveling up characters, it's super slow for some reason. So the general idea when it comes to these style of idle games is basically you want to just idle as far as you possibly can go. Once you kind of start hitting a brick wall where you're not killing enemies efficiently enough, you want to reset everything, go back to the very beginning, but those passive stats that you upgrade with those purple crystals still remain. So the idea is that eventually you'll defeat those bosses and get past those roadblocks, right? We're just about to fight a boss here, which is a perfect way to end the video. Let's power up our brand new supporter, Gloria, by just spamming a bunch of upgrades on supporter level. I'll get my melee up to 200 and my tank up to 200. And yeah, we're ready to go. Let's fight this boss and end the video off right. We're gonna be fighting an armed ice elemental. Now, once again, Super Planet does a really good job when it comes to these games, not just aesthetic, but just pure effort. When you defeat bosses in this game, there's nice little story segments. Early on in the beginning of the game, the story segments did have voice acting, English voice acting at that. Haven't had it this late in the game, unfortunately. Let's see. Let's double check. Yeah, now they're just doing sim speak. But yeah, most idle games don't even really bother with an overarching story, but this game absolutely does, right? So you're gonna get to know your characters, you're gonna get to know their motivations and whatnot, and kind of travel through this airship world, completing quests and getting further and further in the story. And you know, the story is goofy, lighthearted, kind of reminds me a little bit of Guardian Tales when it comes to their sense of humor. Once again, when it comes to Super Planet, this is not surprising, right? So there you go, a nice little look at Airship Knights. Once again, I know there are so many idle games out there. There's like, it feels like 2 or 3 come out every single day, right? But when it comes to the sea of mediocre idle games, Airship Knights, I think, does a pretty decent job and makes a decent case for vying for your attention in this very, very crowded space. So that is going to do it. My name is FG3000. I was going to say FG bruh, and I don't know, whatever. I'm out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Dude, they just traded places in the crowd on the throne there. That was kind of funny. Very nice. Oh, here comes the squad. Holla. All right, dudes, I'm out.